Today's spoilers say that Rafe is hiding a huge secret. This secret not only impacts their relationship but could also decide the fate of a major case, the shooting of E.J. DiMera. Jada Hunter, an excellent detective with sharp instincts, is someone who is not easily deceived. However, in the case of Rafe, her doubts are starting to grow. After E.J. DiMera was shot, one of the first people to arrive at the scene was Rafe. But shortly after, when everyone was confused about the situation and in need of information, Rafe acted mysteriously. He secretly placed a hidden camera in the DiMera mansion. This action raised suspicions about Rafe, especially given his role as a police officer. It left Jada questioning, could Rafe know who shot EJ? What Jada doesn't know is that the camera Rafe set up could potentially capture not only footage but also important audio from the night of the shooting. And after EJ was shot, instead of leaving the camera to assist in the investigation, Rafe went to great lengths to remove it before the police department could find it. This action raised even more questions. Why would he go so far to hide this device, especially when it could be key to solving the crime? Rafe's behavior suggests that there might be something much bigger at play, and the stakes are higher than Jada could ever have imagined. Jada, despite her sharp instincts, has no idea what Rafe has done. She doesn't know about the hidden camera, nor does she understand the extent to which Rafe may be involved in this dangerous game of secrets. As a top cop, Jada is used to uncovering the truth, but when it comes to Rafe, she's left in the dark. She's beginning to sense that he is hiding something important from her, something that could change the course of the investigation and perhaps even their relationship. As the days go by, Jada's suspicion grows and she begins to notice Rafe's strange behavior. There are moments when he seems distracted or when his answers don't add up. His reluctance to discuss certain aspects of the case, coupled with his evasiveness, leads Jada to believe that he is involved in something far deeper than she initially realized. And just when she starts to piece the puzzle together, Jada stumbles upon something that could shatter everything. The camera footage, still locked away by Rafe, could hold the key to the shooter's identity. But there's more to this than just the camera. Rafe's motivations are still unclear. Could he be protecting someone? As the mystery of the shooting unfolds, it becomes evident that Rafe may be shielding a person close to him, someone who could be the real shooter. Among the suspects, one stands out in particular, his sister, Gabby Hernandez. Gabby, a complicated character with her own dark secrets, has often been at the center of Salem's most explosive scandals. Could Rafe be covering for her, knowing that she might be implicated in the crime? This possibility raises the tension even higher. Could Rafe's loyalty to his family blind him to the truth, or will his desire for justice eventually lead him to do what's right? The question remains, will Rafe eventually come clean to Jada, or will he continue to keep the truth hidden from her? And, perhaps even more pressing, will the truth about the camera's footage come to light, ultimately exposing the identity of the shooter and the extent of Rafe's involvement? As Days of Our Lives continues to unfold this season, viewers are left on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the next twist in this complex drama. Will Jada Hunter confront Rafe and discover the secret he's been keeping? How will the discovery of the hidden camera change the course of the investigation? And, perhaps most importantly, how will the unraveling of this mystery affect Jada and Rafe's already fragile relationship? This story is not just a simple investigation. It's a battle of emotions, ethics, and loyalty. Jada and Rafe's relationship was once strong, but now, these hidden secrets seem to be tearing everything apart. Every decision Rafe makes will have significant consequences, not only for the case but for their relationship as well. As the truth slowly comes to light, nothing will ever be the same again. As Jada begins to suspect that Rafe may be the only one who knows the truth about who shot EJ, she faces a bigger question. Can she still trust the man she once loved? And will Rafe ever be ready to admit what he's done? Or will he continue to protect the secrets he's hiding, no matter the cost? These questions will not only add more tension to Jada's emotional journey but also promise to bring even more thrilling, dramatic moments to Days of Our Lives. As the secrets begin to unravel, both Jada and Rafe will have to make hard decisions about loyalty, love, and what's right. In the world of Salem, where everything can change in an instant, nothing is ever as it seems, and the next chapter promises to be full of shocking revelations. Meanwhile, a gift for the woman he loves at the small bar, Xander and Sarah's quiet evening takes a tender turn as Xander celebrates their victory at DiMera, which he claims wouldn't have been possible without Sarah's help. He compliments her, saying she was instrumental in the victory and that Victor would surely be proud of her efforts. As they sit down, Sarah can't help but smile at Xander's infectious enthusiasm. It's clear that their relationship has progressed beyond the usual business dynamics they once shared. As the night deepens, Xander watches eagerly as Sarah unwraps a gift, an elegant pearl necklace, identical to one that Maggie Kyriakis once wore. Sarah is touched but visibly overwhelmed. It's not just the necklace. It's the significance behind it. Xander sees the gesture as a sign of his commitment to her, much like his father, Victor, did for Maggie years ago. But as Sarah stares at the gift, a pang of guilt begins to creep in. She feels undeserving, a feeling that Xander cannot seem to understand. "Xander, I don't deserve this," she admits, her voice shaky. But Xander is having none of it. He immediately dismisses her feelings, adamant that she deserves everything she's getting. "You don't have to feel guilty," he says, his voice firm yet gentle. "No one is going to come after us for what we've done. We've taken care of it." He insists that she shouldn't be burdened by the darker aspects of their life, shooting people at Dimera or ruining lives. He assures her that both he and Philip will make sure they can live in peace, free from the consequences of their actions. Despite his reassurances, Sarah's guilt lingers, and she's left with more questions than answers. But just as they begin to settle in for the night, Sarah's phone buzzes with a message. A sudden, urgent text from the hospital calls her away from Xander, leaving their evening incomplete and their conversation hanging in the air. What happens next could very well change everything between them. Unwelcome news and a return to chaos. Meanwhile, Roman Brady, ever the moral compass in Salem, finds himself reflecting on his own past mistakes, specifically the time when he had been entangled in a gun incident, leaving him with a heavy heart and unresolved guilt. His quiet contemplation is interrupted when Kate Roberts returns to the Brady pub. She has a surprising revelation for him, though it's clear she doesn't want to discuss it just yet. Instead, she simply wants to talk, and Roman, always the listener, is more than willing to hear her out. Back at the Kyriakis mansion, the air is thick with tension as Xander comes home to find Philip celebrating. His brother, having made his own gains, is in high spirits, until Vivian Alamain barges in with an announcement that shocks everyone. She's moving in. "Oh my God, you're out of jail," Xander exclaims, his surprise evident as he processes the gravity of the situation. Vivian, ever the schemer, has returned to Salem with one goal in mind: to reclaim what she believes is rightfully hers. But her entrance is bound to throw a wrench into the plans of everyone involved. Chanel and Paulina's secrets at the same time. Chanel Dupree's world is quietly falling apart. The news about EJ's arrest has hit close to home, and although Chanel doesn't seem to object to the idea of EJ going to jail, she can't help but feel for Sammy, who is fighting for justice. Meanwhile, Paulina, in her ever-determined manner, works behind the scenes, reaching out to senators in a bid to change restrictive laws, hoping to make a difference. Yet, despite her drive, Paulina finds herself grappling with guilt, secretly relieved that she wasn't the one responsible for the shooting. Her conflicting emotions are further complicated by Chanel's nonchalant attitude toward the situation. Chanel doesn't seem to care who fired the shot, but Paulina's feelings are more complicated. She wishes to thank the person who did it, believing they've done her a favor. But in a rare moment of honesty, Paulina confesses that she wants to give the person a medal. As Paulina balances the weight of her emotions, Chanel continues to process the fallout from the events surrounding her mother. Sammy Brady and her family ties. Sammy Brady, no stranger to drama and conflict, is caught in a whirlwind of emotions as she navigates her complicated relationships. After a heart-to-heart with her son Johnny, Sammy seems ready to spill a deeply personal secret, but her moment of vulnerability is interrupted when Allie calls, forcing her to leave abruptly. Her goodbye to Johnny is filled with unspoken words and lingering emotions, leaving her son to wrestle with his own thoughts. As Sammy walks away, her mind drifts back to the night of the shooting, and she finds herself thinking about the gun she had once held, Roman's gun. The memory haunts her, and she wonders if she'll ever be able to escape the shadows of her past actions. As she continues to navigate the turbulent waters of her relationships, one thing is clear: the Brady family is at a crossroads, and every decision they make will have a lasting impact. The unraveling of the Dimera and Kyriakis families. As the week progresses, the drama surrounding the Dimera and Kyriakis families intensifies. With Xander's rise to power and Vivian's unexpected return, the stage is set for even more conflict. The Kyriakis mansion becomes ground zero for some of Salem's most explosive confrontations, and it's unclear who will come out on top. Will Xander and Sarah's fragile relationship survive the pressure of their choices, or will Sarah's guilt tear them apart? How will Vivian's return affect Philip and Xander's newfound alliance? And with Sammy's complicated ties to the DiMera family, can she and her loved ones truly find peace? As Salem's most powerful families collide, the answers to these questions will reshape the future of the town. Secrets will be exposed, alliances will shift, and everyone will have to decide what they're willing to sacrifice for the ones they love. In the coming days, the stakes will rise, and the consequences of these actions will echo throughout the lives of Salem's residents. As the story unfolds, viewers will be left wondering who will come out on top and who will be left behind in the rubble of betrayal and ambition.